I'm Susan with Growing Character. It all started 2 weeks ago when I was trying to cross a river and my phone fell in. I tried everything to get it to work, but the screen went black, so I had to take it to the store to get it fixed. They needed to keep my phone overnight, and that's when I realized how bad it really is. My phone addiction. I kept reaching for it over and over again. I hadn't realized how habitual it had become to reach my phone every couple of minutes. That's over like 100 times a day. Even my kids started asking me to put down my phone. There was always a reason, important or not, for me to have my head buried in it.
Mommy, look what we built!
Nice, babe. Very nice.
Then something strange happened. The day I got my phone back, I decided it was time for a cleanse. So, I put my phone on a 14-day quarantine. If I'm going to live without my phone for 14 days, I'm going to need some items to replace the things my phone does. So, here we go. A camera, a television, a calculator, a timer, a newspaper, a voicemail, a flashlight, a video camera, a baby monitor, a watch, a stopwatch, a compass, a voice recorder, a phone, and a radio. I can do this. Getting through the first couple of days were really the hardest. I still checked my phone at 4 specific times throughout the day just to make sure the world didn't collapse, but that was it. I kept reaching for it out of compulsion to fill the void of every quiet moment. Smartphones are kind of like the world's smallest slot machine because they give us variable reinforcement. You turn on your phone and every once in a while you get an important email or an interesting piece of information, but you really never know what you're going to get. That's why it's so highly addictive. Each one of those little rewards could be a text message or social media update, triggers a dopamine release in the pleasure center of the brain. Your brain continually wants more and more of what made it feel good, driving you right back to your cell phone again. It's called a dopamine loop. Let's say after about day 5, it started getting a little easier and started feeling a little bit more liberating. More and more each day, I felt myself feeling less stressed and more comfortable being in the present moment. In those free times, my mind had the freedom to be able to wander, to imagine, and I realized that only when I ruthlessly unplug can I build in intentional margin in my life. Margin to rediscover my hobbies, margin to be fully present with my kids, with my husband, margin to enjoy the life I have without being a slave to technology. Honestly, this was one of the hardest experiences I ever willingly put myself through, but it taught me how to break my addiction cycle. Let's get real. I'm not going to stop using my phone or using social media for that matter, but I am going to try to be more mindful of my usage. Here are the 4 things I'm going to do differently now that my phone is out of quarantine. Number 1, I'm going to use my alarm clock to wake me up. And I'm going to check my phone after I've gotten out of bed and gotten ready for the day. Number 2, I'm going to turn off push notifications on my email and social media apps so that I'm not incessantly being reminded to check it all day long. Number 3, I'm going to take my phone out of my pocket and leave it on the kitchen counter when I get home from work. That way I can be present with my kids and whatever I need to do. Number 4, I'm going to challenge myself to specific no grab times, like on my way to work or a trip to the market, definitely at the dinner table. The goal isn't to become a Puritan and completely ditch my phone. My goal is to be a little more intentional in my cell phone usage, to get a little less sucked into mindless scrolling, and to be more present in my interactions with others. I challenge you to start your own smartphone quarantine for as many days as it takes you to break that addiction cycle. Share in the comments below how your challenge goes and what tips and tricks you use to limit your cell phone usage. I'd love to hear from you. See you next time.